on stores and tons of stuff. So, new business. Item A, I would like to alert you that where it says electric gasoline pump, it is for the diesel tank, not the gas tank.
There was a quote from Kim for the $850.
Yeah, everybody has that in their
Right.
packet, but this
Right.
is just to clarify,
Right.
this is not the gas pumps,
The
this is
diesel,
the
right.
diesel tank out there.
Right.
Is there anybody that wishes to make a motion to purchase the electric gasoline pump with meter from Chem Oil not to exceed $850 for the diesel tank?
So moved.
Anybody wish to second it?
Is this pump for the gasoline?
No,
This
it's
is for the
Diesel.
the diesel tank out there, the pump.
Alright, so we'll change it from gasoline to diesel.
I'll second it. Any discussion on it?
Yeah, what's the problem with the, if there is a pump up there now?
Well, there is, like, it's leaking it and it doesn't pump all the time. They have problems sometimes where to get the diesel to come out. So the company recommended that we change the pump. They're the ones that they inspected that when we had an inspection done in the summer months yet. When they fixed the gas pumps, they recommended back then, they said you should look about changing that diesel pump, so that's
So-
why. It's a small pump, it just sits on top of the tank and down in it, it's nothing,
It's a
Nothing
small,
allowed.
right.
so what it has now is a hand pump, not an electric pump?
Well, there's a hand, yeah,
The
there is
hand
some
pump?
hand, yeah, but the electrical, sometimes they said it didn't work and it would be leaking and whenever they were checking the gas, they said we would highly recommend that you update that and get a new pump on there, because that was,
What is
leaking.
what is another hand pump run compared to, does anyone know what a hand pump, like a non-electric, this is a small diesel tank, not used for very much stuff here.
Well,
Even when he
fill the-
gave me the quote, I thought it needed to be metered because I thought it was for our gas tanks.
No.
I thought it was the police station because of the different,
Right.
because it's underground and how would you know if there was a spill, but
But
this
they
is that
have the
small
diesel-
diesel tank out there?
They put diesel in, some of those trucks are diesel, and the tractor, the backhoe, the front end loader's diesel, that's how they put the fuel in out there, so, I
You're
mean,
not
It's a
gonna
small
get a hand
tank.
pump for less than a couple $100, so the difference in price is not gonna be significant.
right.
Is it, so is this going to start here and then turn into getting electric service out there and
No,
getting?
no, it's already there.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, it's
So
already there,
the
you're just
electric's
replacing,
already
you're
run
just
there,
replacing
the-
a pump, it's already, there's a pump there that's defective, you're gonna replace it.
I didn't know if the pump there was already an electric pump.
Yeah,
That's what I
well,
was
yeah,
asking
it's,
earlier.
it's already
Okay,
electric,
that's
right,
what I was asking
Right.
earlier.
right.
Larry seemed to think that there was in the past that we were trying to figure out if it was electric now or not.
Yeah, it's,
So we're replacing an electric for an electric. We were calculating price if we had to also run electric out there, get an electrician to do. Okay, so we have a motion by Parrish, a second by Evans Boren. All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion and motion to approve pay application number 4 to Plowcheck Construction for the Veterans Park project in the amount of $110,175 as per Bankston Engineering's recommendations.
we have to untable
Take it
that.
off the table, so.
So, is there a motion to
I'll
take
make
it
a
off the
motion to
table?
take it off the table.
So I'll second that, because we made it the last meeting, right?
So, all in favor of taking that off the table?
Alright,
Aye. Okay. Discussion and motion to approve the pay application number 4 to Plowcheck Construction for the Veterans Park project in the amount of $110,175 as per Bankston Engineering's recommendation. Any motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
discussion on this? Do you have any discussion on this, or do you have any discussion
It's
on
my
this?
understanding basically that talking to the board and talking to the engineer, that the delays are caused by the township, correct?
It appears
To a large
be.
extent, yes.
To a large extent. So the delays in liquidated damages, two defenses. One, if I'm the contractor, the first defense I'm gonna say is that the delay was caused by the owner and not the contractor. That's the first line of defense. The second line of defense basically would be that the provision is a violation in terms of punishment, not a penalty, but it's my understanding, talking to the board members and to TJ, that the delays here were caused by the township, am I correct? And not by the contractor.
To a large extent.
To a large extent.
Am I correct, Michelle?
To a large extent. But just to clarify, for anyone that wasn't at the last meeting, that is why we tabled this item at the last meeting, was to research what caused the multiple delays and where we got to be 3 years later. So we took it, after the research, we took it off the table, and that's where we're at now, but I think we were all kind of in agreement that mostly it was the fault of the township, not the contractor for the delays, at least in the last 3 years, more so that than.
Yeah, I would say the township, has, I wouldn't say the township caused any delays this year, but potentially in previous years, based on what we've seen, I would agree.
And the second part would be, what would we claim that we were damaged by?
Well, you have to show damages, so basically, that based upon the observations of the supervisors and a review of this timeline, what we're saying here today is that the delay was the onus of the township and not the contractor, correct?
Saying. So, who made that motion in a second, because I have the table.
Wilson,
Okay.
Parrish.
Well, that was for the, take it off the table.
No.
was that
The
the
second one also.
That's the second one. Okay, all in favor to approve pay application number 4 to Tech Construction for Veterans Park Project? Aye.